his shirt off a lot, doesn't he?
Yeah. I actually, in the first script, I was like, he's naked the whole episode. I'm not going to do it too.
And he keeps hanging from things and hanging into somersaults.
Great entrances. He's so funny because I haven't seen Antonio in years, and he's like, my friend, you haven't changed at all. I didn't even remember this, but I went up to him his first day of work. I was like, oh, I like those pants. The waist, like, at the right height. He goes, oh my God. He used to make fun of me all the time in the 90s. I used to go up to him and pull his pants down, not all the way, but pull them down, because, yes, he used to wear them like this with a belt. It was awful. Even back then, I knew what was up. But his pants look better these days. His shirts are still a little too tight, but we can work on that. Yeah.
He's a really nice guy, though.
He is sweet. And he invited me to his restaurant. I'm very excited about that. I love Italian food.
Well, yeah, I didn't say that. You want to go have dinner? Okay, good. You can have.
The lady in the orange shirt. Finola, this question's for you. During your whole time at GH, what's been your favorite story?
Wow.
Besides the Patrick and stuff.
Kicking his butt. I don't know. I thought the alien storyline was pretty silly and pretty funny. I mean, it was fun. And when Robin was kidnapped, I thought it was pretty intense. Running from the dogs. I remember that. So yeah, when we were running towards each other. The Asian quarter, right? And and just to go back over, me coming back on the show and not, I kind of thought that it wasn't that I wasn't accepting her pregnancy, Robin's pregnancy, but I sort of thought of it in as much as Anna never really was a good mother. I mean, she never got that straight, and I think that perhaps, well, I mean, I do. I really feel like, I personally kind of feel guilty about, going on and stuff like that. But it's a long time in therapy. But and I think that perhaps she made a lot of noise about it because she can't figure out how to be a good mother, then what hope does she have to be a good grandmother? And I think that I sort of, in my head, that was sort of some of the stuff that I would think, and I think it sort of lent itself to some humor, really, and I call all my children Scooby. So anyway, I think maybe the Asian storyline was good. What about you? What do you think was? And I remember one bit when we started to do this whole thing, like you were becoming a horrible teenager. And do you remember that? And we were living together in the house, and I was trying to be a good mother, and you were just being a brat, and you wouldn't do your homework. Do you remember any of that? Well, I was present.
I don't remember being a brat. That was really hard for me because I was actually a really good kid.
Why not?
I don't know. I do everything backwards in my life. We've had this discussion. I became bratty later on. Finola doesn't know this, but last night I got together with a good friend of mine and we watched a bunch of old episodes. And, okay, I was going to say my favorite storyline was the one about her hair. It had its own storyline. It just kept going and going and going. But my friend Hillary, she told me that in high school, she used to do her hair like you with the poof, and she said she would stand in front of the mirror and be late to school every day because she had to get it perfect. And the episodes that I watched was Frisco and Felicia's wedding and Anna and Duke's wedding, and I have to say, Finola and Ian were magical together. Just ridiculously, I mean, the best looking people you've ever seen in your life in love. Are you kidding me? But yeah, it's such a treat to see, just how far we've come, and you know, we've been working together for so long, and it's just such a special relationship to be able to work with someone that I truly love and respect and all of that. So thanks for coming back.
She was talking about me.
But you know what, honestly, it is pretty amazing. I mean, I've been working with Kimberly for like 2.5 years, but it's a completely different thing when she walks on stage.